Hey you guys, this is Andreas, and I'm just going to be explaining a trip I took to China this past January for my Flip Classroom 1 assignment video. Okay, so as you can see, this is me in the middle with these are a bunch of my Chinese students, and that's a Chinese teacher. And overall, I just want to, comment and say that this was like one of the coolest experiences I've ever had teaching, honestly. And if you guys ever get a chance to go to China, I highly suggest you do. So pretty much, I was a part of a group of 8 students from the University of Laverne that traveled to China, and essentially it was like a foreign exchange teacher program where we went over there and we brought kind of like an American educational experience to Chinese students, where we taught them English, math, science, art, and PE. And essentially, what our goal of going there was to bring like more fun and exciting strategies to Chinese students other than what they were used to. And in China, they're like really used to a very direct instructional style. So like that means like just sitting there taking notes and just kind of being like yelled at and not really doing much, collaboration or group work. So our goal for going over there was just to like make them have fun and make it a good time for them. So I went through the University of Laverne, which was really cool. I signed up. It was like this kind of travel course class that I took for the January spring, and it partnered up with this company called Bright Start Educational Programs. And this is the guy. This is Gary. He's in charge of the Bright Start, the kind of like the president. And over here, this is Dr. Susan Walsh, and she was kind of like our program head. And essentially, they like were in charge of us for the entire time we were there. And then all these people over here, these were all the other students and teachers that we went over with. And what was really cool about this was like all these kids were people from the University of Laverne. Some of us were trying to be counselors, some of us were trying to be teachers, some of us didn't really know what we wanted yet, but we wanted to be in the field of education. And it was cool because we had to apply for this and we had to get accepted to go in. So it was really special to be a part of this program and be allowed to go over to China and kind of bring our experience to them. This is me in the middle speaking. As you can tell, I was a PE teacher, so I'm dressed to teach PE and coach PE. And essentially, what I wanted to do as a PE teacher was it was really hard because we had 3 hour classes, so like it's hard to do PE for 3 hours. But essentially, what I wanted to do was I wasn't trying to like work on specific skills. I wanted to just mainly focus on kids working together and kids just having fun, and just having fun being kids. And I don't think they get that over there a lot in China, just having fun playing sports or whatever. So that's what I really try to do. And here's just some pictures of me running with kids, giving them high fives, and then over here I'm trying to talk to them and get a feel for how they are and get a feel for me. And yeah, like I said, my lessons over there were to just for them to enjoy being a kid and have fun playing an activity. That teamwork was very valuable in America, and that to always try their hardest no matter what. And the thing that was the hardest about this was like there was a huge language barrier, and the students didn't speak any English, so I had to have like a translator pretty much translate everything for me. And a lot of the time, I wasn't even sure if the translator was telling them what I wanted them to, or just kind of speaking their own mind. But overall, it was a really cool experience, and I think that a lot of the kids really got a lot out of it. And I think that hopefully I touched a lot of their lives, and that they're would hopefully someday remember this. Just some comparisons that I noticed about the USA and China. Although they seem really different, they're not as different as you might seem. Some of the main differences were the Chinese style of education. Like I said, was very direct in their instruction. One thing about their families is that hierarchy is very important. So like you always listen to your family, your parents, and even your parents will always listen to their parents. So it's very like it's cool because there's a level of respect for your parents that I don't think is similar here in the United States. Here in the United States, a lot of people are kind of disrespectful to their parents at times and don't really listen to them. But in China, it's like very strict, very you have to listen to what your mom and dad say. You have to do what they say, kind of thing. And what was even cooler is that teachers are treated even with not a higher respect, but with a similar respect as parents. So like you have to treat your teachers as if they're your parents. Like it's a very highly respected position over there to be a teacher, and that's obviously different than it is here in America because in America teachers aren't given as much respect. So that was cool to be over there and like feel like I had all this authority, but to feel like the people over there appreciated me more for what I was doing. And that was really cool. And then lastly, just sanitation standards over there are much lower. Like as far as cooking goes, as far as like toilets go, as far as washing your hands, sneezing covering your mouth, coughing covering your mouth. It just I don't know why it was like that, but it seemed a little dirtier over there, and maybe it was just a culture thing. But like they just have like I would see like dried meats that would be used later for food, and I don't know. It wasn't the most sanitary place, and that's something that I after I left I really appreciated about America. And finally, just like an overview of what I thought about the entire trip, was that the people over there are just ordinary people, kind of like us in the United States. They're families, they're people trying to live their lives, trying to make lives and have a good life and support their family. And what I really like about China is that how old it is. They have like such a deep and rich culture over there, unlike the United States. And they have all these traditions. They have literally every single food has like a meaning. It'll help you grow big. It'll help you sleep well, whatever. And then last but not least, they just have a huge pride and love for their country and for being Chinese. This picture down here is a picture of me and my buddy Gilbert, who is a part of my program, and we went to this Chinese house for like a cultural exchange experience, and we got to sit down and talk with this Chinese family, and it was just really awesome and cool to see that people over there are just people like us, and we talked about politics, religion, love, everything, and they have this. Everyone has similar problems, and everyone wants similar things in life. So that was really cool to experience, and overall, it was just an amazing trip to China. I suggest if anyone gets a chance or opportunity to go over there, they do it like as soon as possible, just because of how cool it is. So thank you for listening to my explanation on my trip to China, and I hope you enjoyed it.